CEO pay is now 324 times higher than the average worker pay. One of the largest gaps to ever hit us in American history. For example, there's examples all over. Andrew Jassy, you know what his CEO pay was last year? $212 million. It was almost 7,000 times higher than what the workers are getting. That's the state of American capitalism right now.
And this is happening at companies like Amazon, Netflix, what are some, Expedia, JP Morgan, Intel, Etsy, Adobe, Apple, all of the big name companies that people recognize. They are screwing over their workers is the only way to put it, while giving themselves hundreds of times more than what they're paying these workers. And I will point out, you and I have been doing stories on this for, God, almost 2 decades. And back then it was about 213 times what the CEO made compared to the worker. And at that time we were talking about how horrendous this was. Well, now we're up to 324 times.
Yeah, well, here's what's interesting. The average salary for a CEO, what do you think it is?
Well,
$18 million, the average salary. Now, it doesn't make any difference if the company is on the ropes financially. It doesn't make any difference whether they're doing a terrible, Netflix, for example, my God, they're losing subscribers in droves. Nevertheless, this guy's paid $40 million a year to run Netflix. So, I mean, there's no rhyme or reason to it. It's not as if we're going to give these CEOs more money and we're going to do better. It doesn't work like that. The CEO has control over the board. The board is chosen primarily by the CEO. He brings in friends, people that he's worked around for years. Those are the board members. And then the board members go from company to company to company, and they get paid on every board that they're participating in. Did I get that right?
Yeah, and there's been plenty of reports over the years that show most of these corporate boards share at least one member with another board.
Yes.
So, the New York Times, the people who sit on that board, some of them also sit on these corporate boards.
Yeah.
Same thing with other media outlets. You got big pharma boards also sitting with chemical company boards. And at the same time, we're watching this skyrocketing CEO pay. Average worker wages have actually gone down 2.4%. adjusted for inflation in the last year.
You know, that issue about boards, there's finding that these boards are now heavily loaded with media magnates, the moguls. Load them up with the media moguls. That way, if we make a drug that kills thousands of people, the media is still going to act like nothing's wrong. They're not going to report the story. If it's a weapons issue, you're going to have the media behind trying to promote wars like the war in Ukraine. My God, it looks like, you turn on the media every day, it looks like a celebration that we're in war, that we're involved with Ukraine. So, I mean, these board members, it's very politically astute to do what they've done, and it's killing literally killing American consumers. A new lawsuit claims that Skittles are unsafe for human consumption. And my guess is that they're right, since the Skittles contains titanium oxide. Yeah. I mean, we've known what titanium oxide is for generations, how dangerous it is. Pick it up.
Yeah, this stuff has the ability, titanium dioxide here, to change your DNA, to alter DNA, especially in Skittles' core demographic, children. Children love Skittles. They're colorful, they're fruity, they're wonderful. And this chemical that Skittles actually swore years ago, we're taking it out, never did.
Well, 2016 they said we've taken it out. Okay? They lied.
Right. And so this can absolutely destroy a human's body. Studies have shown this. It's so bad that Europe this month is going to ban it.
Yeah,
they're going to get rid of it.
The entire EU says you may not sell titanium dioxide here in Europe. I mean, and they said, here's the reasons. The reasons is, hey, you have to know, this is something that's used in paint, house paint. This is something that's used in adhesives, all kinds of adhesives. And oh, by the way, we even use it in roofing materials. And on and on. The places that this stuff is used, it's the equivalent of saying it's okay for your child to go out and chew on a roofing shingle. That's what's in this stuff. And it's been there for now, since 2016 we found out about it. It was in there long before. It's dangerous, man.
Right, and so this lawsuit, which they're trying to get, the class action for this, which I have to imagine that class would be what, everybody in the country that's consumed a Skittle. it's saying that, listen, you're not being forthright with us. You're not telling us this is in there. You know, you look on the label, where is it saying titanium dioxide?
Yeah.
So you're lying to consumers, and unfortunately, that's all we can get them for.
Yeah.
We can't get them right now for any specific
I
damages.
don't know that we can even do that because the FDA or the FDA has given, the FDA looks sided with this company. They said the titanium dioxide is fine because it's so little, it's just so little. But what if you're eating a package of these things a week? It's not little because it's a chemical that is cumulative. It gets within it's systemically cumulative. It sets up in the organ systems. And the more that you eat, the more that threshold gets higher and higher. But look, DNA damage, they're finding lesions on the liver, lesions on the kidneys, that they're directly relating to titanium dioxide.
And that's certainly not what you would expect from sitting down and eating a pack of Skittles.
I wouldn't think so.